Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Sword of the Stars The Pit with me, BrainBoy20. Where we last left off, we had died a horrible death as, I think, the engineer who made it to floor 23? I don't remember. I don't use the Marine anyway. And I still lack any DLC for this, but this will be my tie-over game until I find something else to do, because, well, as you know, recently advertisements have appeared on my channel, and I've become a partner to the TGN network. And as such, I kind of have monetization on my videos, yada yada yada. I've been retroactively monetizing videos, and I need to find a game that I can upload, and it'll be monetized without me having any problems with any companies. So yeah. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin a new game. As usual, on normal. We don't touch the Marine because strength is near useless in the pit. You want to be able to actually build stuff. You can build might later, or have other ways of getting it. The Engineer is by far my favorite class, just because of all the, okay, I can do everything. Basically, the Engineer is my favorite class, because you have access to all these wonderful skills. Foraging is not that hard to level up, neither is lockpicking. In fact, I would argue that Engineer is the strongest class in the non-DLC The Pit, because I still don't have any of the DLC for this game. And then the Scout is also a good class too. Like, if you don't have a ton of recipes, I'd recommend the Scout. Go the Scout early on to get as many recipes as you can. Decipher as much as you can, even though you won't get much. You might get enough bits and pieces to make a recipe. Anyway, to the Engineer. Let's begin. That's going to be a little bit, because I have to re-acclimate myself with the inventory. As usual, melee is always a big thing, because you never want to use tons of ammunition as long as you can avoid it. And we'll deal with the rot pile in a second. Good, I actually remember how to play this game.
Target down.
And he's hopefully going to get very good at melee, and of course nothing's found, which means it's a waste of EXP. Thankfully, this game isn't difficult enough where you have to do picture-perfect movements every time. They certainly help. I'm not gonna lie. The picture-perfect movements reduce the amount of food I use. So if I was doing this game and being as specific as I possibly could, or at least as anal as I possibly could, I don't want to target, I want to just look in the direction. I think it was Alt, yes. I'm trying to disable it, even though this could backfire severely. Good. I'd rather increase my trap skill right away. There's not many things that use trap skill, but the things that do use them are good enough to make it worthwhile. Now, right away, I think because we have such high base brains, we're going to spend our time leveling our might, in the hopes of gaining some extra equipment slots and making ourselves immune to disease. Now, for our skill points, even though I would love to not put... I'm not going to put skill points in any attack skills, foraging or otherwise. Even though that would be efficient, I get those skills through natural level-ups. I'd rather put skills in Decipher, Biotech, and Electronics, because those are the skills that are the hardest to level up immediately as the Engineer. Now, since this is the first level, I don't expect myself to die a lot, and I've got tons of recipes that I'd like to start building up towards if my foraging skill was high enough to actually give me stuff. And mercifully it gave me pistol rounds right off the bat, which usually ammunition is just... If you're new to this series and you're just jumping in, note the fact that I will never get ammunition when I need it for guns I have. Meaning I'm going to be ammunition starved for a significant portion of the game. And the AI isn't that stellar when it comes to directions that they come from. They usually don't attack you all at once, at least on normal difficulty. I got raw meat, which is usually very, very good for producing food later, which, as this is the pit, food is always an issue. and storing up on it is necessary to not die.
Well done.
As you can see, this is why I didn't use any of my knife skill. Even though I missed, the damage isn't enough for me to care, and I'm just going to naturally heal the damage. What I truly care about is me trying to acquire knife skill or weapon skills through natural combat, so I don't have to level those. You want to hit the level cap with skills that you'll artificially raise later. You artificially raise the skills now, like deciphering, so you can decipher new recipes and such, so that later you're not screwed. Anyway, enough discussion of strategy. Well, there's not going to be a stop of discussion of strategy, because this is the pit. You need as much strategy as you can to survive now. Judging by my food amount, I've got food pellets, which will tie me over for like the first 2 levels of the game. And of course you get diseased rodents right away.
Who needs a marine?
You kinda do. And level up might twice. And once again continue working on these skills. Now we're getting really lucky with our stat increases. Decipher's going up to an insane degree. Let's see, what else was there? Electronics. Even though he has a high base skill in it, it's usually hard to level electronics. And his base skill also, I think, is high enough where it won't level automatically. And then biotech as well. Even though we didn't get that lucky with biotech skills. Poison! Poison is the most lovely thing that the game can possibly give you. It's not at all something that everyone despises. In fact, I almost want to do this, but I might just let the poison run its course. I'm going to try to make some cooked meat, which should hopefully boost my biotech skill.
Perfect.
Yes. I was only boosting the biotech skill in case I got a high-level recipe right off the bat. As you can see, poison of that level is murdering me. I would like the poison to go away right now before I die. Alright, as the poison's been cured, I'm going to just continue barging my way through the pit. I'm gonna wait, because I don't want to get swarmed by enemies. I'll leave that door to unlock for later. Boosting mechanical skills is actually pretty good. I don't know why I didn't do it.
I was not trained for this.
You would boost might skills normally. Thankfully, this one only requires mechanical. Which mechanical isn't based on might, it's based on finesse, but I'm not smart enough to realize this, so I'm making a completely idiotic statement. Alright, come here, you infernal machine, and you get the first shot off of me, no matter what. Unfortunately, he gave me the stun modifier, which is annoying, because that reduces all my accuracy by a certain degree. Come on, AI. Come here. Come here. Am I really confusing you? Yeah, I was confusing you that badly. I got infected with disease level 1. Thankfully, I've been boosting my might this entire time to make sure that this wouldn't be an issue. And the disease was cured, so I don't have to care. Now, primary concerns are armor. This armor sucks, but it's armor nonetheless. What I want to do is power myself up enough where my armor will be I either want to get a new set of armor that's much better than this, or upgrade this armor to actually be useful. Now, getting a new set of armor that's just better on its most basic is usually better than what I'm doing. Alright, turn around because they can only fight you one at a time. As I said, the AI is not the brightest. I understand that you're too slow to dodge those things. I don't care, though. Anyway, let's... Is there anything I can boost my lockpick skill off of? Not yet. I'm gonna go look around for some more lockpick skill boosting things, because... hello, let's not do that until I can boost my lockpick skill just a tad bit more. If I can, because I really would like to get into that secure weapons stash with a reasonable chance. While I am wounded for right now, there's no negative stat modifier that I have to care about.
Excellent.
Memory Optimizer. Neural Stimulator Serum designed to increase learning ability over a short period of time, increases XP gains for the next 100 moments. Okay, that seems useful. We're probably not going to attempt it, just because it just seems like an awful idea. We managed to open it, and our benefit is we gain a ton of pistol rounds, which will hopefully carry us for a while. Now, we're actually getting to the point where it's going to be a bit hungry. Since food pellets can't be upgraded into any other food sources, we're going to just eat all our food pellets now, and that should cover us for a while. We're going to move over, and then we're going to use the Memory Optimizer, and start knifing.
Well done.
This is the knifing spree, and unfortunately, we have to medkit now, or we die. It's problematic when you get surrounded by enemies immediately. I didn't want to medkit there, but I had a non-insignificant chance of death there. Oh gosh, he gave me disease. I might have just died. And thanks to that, I was able to level up. We're going to boost might, which will put it up to 40, and I'm going to round off finesse a little bit and get it up to 60 for more stat boost potential. Deciphering will of course go up by a ludicrous degree for some reason. Does finesse go up by 2? Have I been doing this wrong the entire time? We're going to boost mechanical again. No, it's still random. For some reason... oh yeah. Well, since I'm doing this to this degree, I might as well just do a ton of 1-point drops. Anyway, with my higher base might, I now have this extra row of inventory storage, which is always handy. Anyway, there's door traps. You normally don't like dealing with door traps. Because I can get away with it, really. Fine, we'll shoot you. I normally don't like dealing with door traps. But early on, when it's safe to do so, I will gladly test these door traps. While I know I can't die, at least. Because if I figure out the door traps now, I can optimize my strategy around the door traps. And I got some stimulants.
Got him.
Lockers are by far the best location level up, because not only do they increase your foraging skill, they increase your lockpicking skill too, which of course is incredibly useful at this point in time. Okay, so because nothing happened, I'm going to trigger this. We have a ton of enemies to get through, but that's not the point. This door trap recharges my electronics. That is really good to know, in case I encounter any others like that time.
Not good.
I'm actually going to check. Am I still getting extra experience? Yes, I am. We do not pick those up. We don't ever pick up those keys, because I want to open up the doors for that fresh EXP. We're going to try to bypass the security lock, because these usually have something semi-decent. A sparker and a reflex micro furnace. Seems useful. Okay, the disease worsened. We're gonna have to burn a med kit on this. If only because I don't feel like dying. So where's my med kit? There it is. We're going to We're not going to burn a medkit just yet. We're going to try to kill everything first. Because the problem with disease is that it does this, and it reduces my might. And if it reduces my might, then it also reduces my ability to resist diseases. At this level, I can just try to wait it out and hope. There we go, the disease cures itself. And you can't trust it normally. Digital assistant. Hopefully we can get a computing skill. Or at least a foraging skill. If you have one more speed, you can usually outmaneuver these robots, so they don't stun you like this. A stun is by far one of the worst status debuffs you can get.
Oh, not good.
As you can see, poison isn't fun, but you really don't have a choice when you get poisoned this much. We're not at the point where we have to start worrying about whether or not one of these containers might be an adaptoid. Adaptoids being the oh-so-annoying enemy that can disguise themselves as loot containers. They're this game's mimics. Nobody likes them. Nobody. I've in fact been killed more often than not because an adaptoid decided to say hi. We're going to try to reprogram the stasis field. And we get some chosen tea brie, which might sound... it's a food item. But it's a really good food item that can help me combo with so many things.
Target down.
Do I still have the memory... am I still under the effects of the memory optimizer? No, no more. That was useful because I'm going to be one metal ahead. I'll grab the electronic parts. Alright. It is at this point in time that we have to repair our knife. This is why we have the sharpening kit. It fixes it up to a lesser degree than what you normally want. But you can't always get what you need in this game. Right now I'm looking for either another melee weapon or more ranged weapons. With my recent biotech skill upgrade, I'm also going to make some more anti-venom, because poison's really annoying in the pit. You don't have enough serum? Actually, aggressive antibiotics. Okay, no, I need antibodies first. Aggressive antibiotics are one of the best disease-proofing objects in the game. And the reason I made the anti-venom is because it makes so much. Let's pry open this freezer and see what we get. And of course it's bleeding empty. Door trap decreases my speed. This is why a decrease in speed sucks. Because you can't outrun your opponents. Thankfully, at this point in time, you can still dodge them. Oh, I'm still slow. Yeah, you gotta account for that. You don't account for it, you let your enemies get free hits on you, and trust me, all those hits can add up. Don't you dare buddy run away from me. As usual, always be conservative with ammunition, as long as you're before the point where you're going to start encountering enemies that can really hurt you. This man does kind of count. Wow. Okay. I should have pulled out my pistol, or at least healed myself. Huh. Yeah, it's been a while since I've played the pit. Kinda forgot how difficult it can be if I don't make stupid decisions like this. Okay, well, this embarrassment's over.
See black light.
Well, if you see black light, you might want to get those eyes checked. Anyway, that was it for this run of the pit. I'll let you guys roll through all the statistics, and when we come back, we will continue with another run, starting with the engineer. Who am I kidding? I might as well talk over this, because there's nothing to write home about. You know everything that's happened. It's just gonna run through the absolute lack of anything I've ever found. Just run through this, because you know everything I've had in my inventory, and this guy's not even gonna show up on the scoreboard. But at least it's not my worst run. It's not my worst. And I still barely have any awards in this game. Oh well, hopefully the future runs will fix that. Anyway, hope you've all enjoyed watching this episode of Sword of the Stars The Pit. Until then, I will catch you all next time. Ciao!